This is a quick overview and unpacking of the SCCY CPX-4 380. My name's Eric, and this is Brunswick Firearms Reviews. All right, so let's jump on in. Again, this is a quick overview and unboxing of the SCCY CPX-4 380. So basically comes from the factory in a cardboard box, although it is a nice little cardboard box. One thing I do like is these products are made here in the U.S. They are down, I believe they are actually in Daytona, Florida, is where they make the SCCYs. So let's go ahead and open her up and see what's all inside. So a nice little padding. So it's not just plastic, so it's actually got a padding here, bag that they put it in. I like that. All right, let's set this aside. So first thing first, always make sure that we're clear, free, unloaded here before we go any farther. So we're going to remove the magazine. Of course, it is empty, and you can see the safety device here that the factory puts in before they ship it out to show that it is unloaded. But we are still going to open this up. We're going to put the slide back and remove the safety device. We'll set her to the side. So the slide release is on the left-hand side of the firearm right here. And the way it works is you don't press it in, it's actually going to push downwards. So it doesn't push inwards, it pushes downwards. Some folks I see when they get a gun, they're trying them out, they're pressing it, it's not releasing. It's because it slides downwards, not inwards, which is majority of firearms are that way. So let's go ahead and close her back up, release the pressure. So that seems to be, so actually this is, the slide release is actually really nice on this gun. A lot of times when they come in new, they're really stiff, they haven't been broke in. You actually have to give it a little, basically pull the slide backwards to release that pressure, and then you're able to slide the slide release down. This one really, I didn't have to release it at all. And I don't want it to slam shut because you can do some damage to the injector on this thing. But I'm going to try to do it so it catches it. I'm going to show you. I'm not even going to push back. You can see it's actually really smooth slide release. I really like that slide release. That they did a phenomenal job on that. Looks like we got ambidextrous safety here. So you can see here both sides. Up is safety, down is fire. So up, down is fire. You can see the red dot pop up underneath right here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera because it's really small, but it's right in front here, just above the black. You can see when that covers it up, and that means we're ready to fire. Looks like the sights. These are definitely Glock 43 configurations. Glock 43 sight configuration, 100%. So basically that's what they are, the 3 white dot system. 2 in the back, 1 in the front. Of course you would line them up. The front one would line up between the 2 on the back. They are not night sights, so you can definitely change them out and put some night sights on, or some aftermarket sights that you make like. You can change these out. So, and it looks like you can adjust the rear sight for windage only. You cannot do for elevation, but you can go left or right for windage, just so you know. The grip feels pretty good. It's not bad. It's a polymer frame, stainless steel slide. The grip does have some texture on the back side for your palm, and of course it does have texture on both sides. It does have thumb placements. You can see right here is a thumb placement. You can see on the other side when I hold it. It's got it on both sides, just like the safety on both sides. So this gun is ambidextrous, left or right. The only thing is the slide release. Everything is, well, the slide release and the mag release is left only, but the safety is ambidextrous. So just so you know. Looks like there's some nice little finger placements here. Nice with the extended one right here, you can see. But the texture on this grip is actually really nice. There is no rail up here, So you would not be able to put anything on the frame on the front, like flashlight or laser or anything. There is no rail, but I do believe they do sell the trigger guard lasers that can attach. I believe they do make them for the CPX-4 now. So pretty nice there. But yeah, overall, it seems pretty nice. It is dry. There is not a lot of lube inside here, so I would definitely lube my gun when you get it. You can see that the barrel kind of goes upwards on the front when you open it up. I don't know if you can see it on the camera there, but you can see there's a bigger gap between the barrel and the frame here than there is on the back sides. That is normal. M&Ps, the Smith & Wesson M&Ps do the same thing. That is normal for a lot of firearms, for that barrel to float like that. So let's see what the trigger pull is. I have brought some snap caps. You've probably seen these things in another video. Inside of this is a spring on the butt end of the ammo here. This is not real ammo. It is not loaded. You cannot fire these. Basically, there is a spring internally, and the firing pin will hit in the center of that bullet, and that spring will absorb all that momentum of that firing pin, so it doesn't do any damage. By dry firing your gun over and over and over, you can do damage internally for that. So these snap caps are designed to catch all that momentum, to release that pressure of that firing pin when it's all coming forward, so you can safely dry fire your gun at home or wherever you're at without damaging anything internally. So let's go ahead and I brought two because I do want to dry fire this thing. Then I want to see where the reset is and then dry fire again so we can see what the trigger pull is, how tough it is, if it's a weak trigger pull or a hard trigger pull. Also how long that trigger pull is, and also the reset of the trigger just for rapid fire. We'll see where all that's at. The magazine is metal. The bottom down here is polymer. Plate down there, and I believe, let's look in the box. So this one does not. I don't see one. So sometimes with this guys, they come where you can remove the finger extension butt plate off of the magazine and put an actual flat one that does not have this finger extension to make the firearm even smaller for concealment. But for some reason, this one does not, which is, I believe, one of the first guys I've seen that does not have it. But it does come with two magazines. They are 10 rounds. But let's go ahead and load this up. So the spring is really tough in this magazine. That second bullet right there, I really had to give it a little oomph to get it in there. So that spring is a stiff spring, which means as you get farther down to like 7 or 8 in here, it's going to get even tougher to load. So you might want to get yourself a speed loader to make that process easier. These guns do not come with it. Sky does not ship the speed loaders with their firearms, so you will have to purchase one of those separately. All right, let's go ahead, put this in here. We're going to rack it back, and she's going to load. So we have one in there. The safety is off, so she is ready to dry fire. So let's see what this poundage is. I'm going to try to hold it a little close to the camera so you can hear it as well. So let's see what happens here. We're going to do the trigger pull, so here we go. Very, very heavy trigger pull. Very, very heavy. So that's a very stiff trigger pull. So let's see what this release is. I'm gonna go ahead and rack it. Just gonna kick one out and load the second one. Set that to the side so no one's in there. You can see I still have the trigger pull from where I just dry fired it. That's so we can test the reset. So now we're gonna release it back out until we hear a click, and that's gonna be the reset. And that will tell us, how well this gun can be with rapid fire. So here we go. I'm gonna try to hold it close again so maybe you can hear it on the camera here. So here we go. Wow, all the way out. And there was the pull back again. So it has a long trigger pull and a very, very long reset there. So the rapid fire on these things, I don't believe are going to be the best for rapid fire, because like I said, it is a very long trigger pull and a very heavy pull, as well as the reset point when it breaks back, it is long. It pretty much has to be completely all the way back out before you can get another, before you can fire another round. So that is that. Let's go ahead and remove that. As you can see, it stays back again because the magazine's empty. So let's go ahead and release it. We're going to put these to the side. All right, so we're going to take the slide off and see what it looks like internally. See what kind of lubrication we have from the factory, because it appears that it is pretty dry right now. So let's take the slide off and see what we got. All right, so to take the slide off the field strip disc gun, you're going to take the first thing you're going to do is take the magazine out. You're going to take the slide lock here, or release. We're going to lock it in place. We're going to slide backwards, and we're going to slide that up to hold it in place. So there it is. We have it in an open position, locked open position, and we're going to take these guns apart. This is the right side. On the left side of the firearm, you can see these two little black items here. The bottom part is kind of split. The bottom part has a notch. It's hard to get it under camera. I don't know. We'll see that there is a notch. That is so you can put something, a flat blade or something in there, because that's a pin and you're actually going to pop it out. You can use the keys that come with the locking keys for the lock, the trigger lock. You can actually use the keys. You can actually take the corner of it. We'll see if we can do this on camera. So I'm going to put it in here just like that. I'm going to press down, and you can see that it pushed that pin out a little bit, just enough for me to be able to grab it by hand, and you pull her out. You can hear the barrel slide back. It released the barrel inside. There's that pin that we pulled. See if we can get a better look on that little slot. There's a slot that will go where we stuck the corner of the key in. So we're going to set that down. Now we're going to take the slide release. We're going to hold it. This should slide completely off now, which it is beautifully. So it's very easy to field strip this gun. The only thing, like I said, you got to have something to put in that slot to pull that pin out of the frame. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and remove here. This guide rod we're going to move out with the spring. We're going to set that down, just take a look at this barrel. So yes, she is dry. There is a little bit of lube in here, I can see. But majority of everything else is not lubed up. So this is very, very dry. I would probably lube this up a little bit, especially the ejector. But yeah, looks pretty good. All right, the barrel here, pretty nice. Nice rifling in there. The ramp seems pretty polished pretty well, so it should feed pretty good. Let's look down inside. So yeah, she does have a little grease in here. So that's where the frame here, where the slide sits down on it, there is some grease on there. So that's pretty good. But yeah. So again, the frame is polymer and the slide is stainless steel. So let's go ahead, let's put this back together now. To put it back together, we're going to take the barrel and we're going to place it right like that, just like that. Your guide rod here with the spring, you can see one end is completely flat and the other end, it kind of sticks out in the center. You can see that in the video there. That part is going to go to the front of the barrel. So it's gonna go in here, and that piece that sticks out will actually, it actually comes through this little hole right here on the bottom there. So we're gonna place it in here just like that, and then we're gonna put the spring so it's riding right there on top of that barrel. So it'll actually just sit right in place right there. And to put her back, you're gonna take your firearm. You can see the black part here. There's two rails that it's gonna slide into the slots. You can see them on the lower part of the slide here. So we're gonna line that up. You can see actually a little grease right there. All right, so you're gonna lay it on here. Those two have to line up just like that. And then we're gonna push it all the way back. We're gonna lock the slide in the open position. So let's go ahead and get her all the way back. So we got her all the way back. So now that she's back and locked in place, you're probably not gonna see this on the camera, but where the pin goes back in, and I probably should take this off. Let me show you again. So I'm gonna take this back off. On the barrel. So this part, you can see it's open right here. It's got to line up with that spot on the frame where the pin goes in, and it's actually gonna go through there. So when I'm saying line it up, that's what I'm referring to. So let me put this back. There we go. We're gonna slide this back on, put her in the lock position. There we go. So the barrel is right here, and then we're gonna line that up. So basically the barrel is gonna be out to about right there. You might see it in there. Let's see if we can get a view. I don't think we can, but you can see the barrel. We got to take it, find that spot, which is going to be about like that. So the barrel is going to be pretty much all the way out. So in that hole is where we're talking about. So once we have that lined up, just like that right there, we're going to take the pin that we pulled out, the slotted open area where we stuck the key in, that's going to face upwards. So we're going to take the pin, push it through until she presses all the way in. So you can hear it pop in place. So it's flush now, it's not sticking out. We should be good to go. Let's put one in, a snap cap, because we do want to dry fire, make sure everything's working. So let's pull her back, load her up, and we're going to dry fire again. Yes, so we are working. Just so you know also, this firearm, let's go ahead and get that out of there. So the CPX-4 is double action only. So this, you can actually fire without racking this if there's one in the, if you have ammo in the chamber, if it is loaded, you don't have to rack it at that point because this is double action. So basically you can pull without even racking it. You can still dry fire this gun or shoot ammo if there's ammo loaded in it. So that's where we're at on this thing. So it's not a bad deal. For the money, this seems like a pretty nice built gun. Really like it. Let's see what else is in the box. So one thing I do like about the Skies is the trigger guards, or trigger locks, I'm sorry. They go on the trigger guard. Are nicer than some of the other ones. They are completely plastic, which is a downside. Even the locking mechanism in here is plastic. The keys are plastic, so they will wear down on you. So, you know, I probably, for safety reasons, I probably would get a better trigger lock. Although these are nice, but I don't think they're going to last too long because they are completely made out of plastic, including the keys. There is, again, like I said earlier in the video, there is a second magazine. They are 10 rounds. One of the things with Sky that I do like is their warranty information. They probably have one of the best warranties out there on the market right now. So I do like that the warranty they have. It is a limited warranty, but it is a lifetime warranty. They do have, like I said, great warranty department. The instruction manual, of course, goes over how to break that gun down, just like we did, the field strip it, how to clean it. Also, it'll cover how do you load it, unload it, firing it, the do's, the don'ts, stuff like that. So it's all in color too, so it's not just in black and white, which I do like. But yeah, pretty nice there. So again, the SCCY CPX-4 is the 380. The CPX-3 is the 380 as well, and those are the ones without the safety. So that is the difference between the CPX-3 and the CPX-4. CPX-4 has safety, CPX-3 does not. Barrel length on this guy is 2.96 inches, so it's just a smidge under 3 inches. But overall, nice gun. The weight on these things are 15 ounces. So for a carry gun, to me, it's a little heavier than I like. 15 ounces, you know, 1 more ounce, you're at a pound. So it is a little heavy, but that will help with the recoil when firing this gun. You know, it'll make it a little bit easier. But overall, it's a nice gun. These things are really nice. We do sell a lot of these guns. So, you know, don't be afraid to, you know, lower budget gun, I guess you would say. Don't be afraid of them. They're actually pretty nice guns, and they have a great warranty. You can see the different colors they come in along with the prices. They come in a bunch of different colors. The two-tones or solid colors, you name it, they got it. You can see all that at brunswickfirearms.com along with the prices of the firearms. But yeah, again, the SCCY CPX-4 380, and thank you for watching.